Alright guys, welcome back to Red Blur Gaming. As you can see right now, I'm dry brushing some silver on the legs of a completed, finally, ghost keel. And I was worried for a second that I wasn't getting enough off the brush when I used the texture palette to actually test the amount of silver coming off the dry brush, but turns out I freaking nailed it. So we're done. It is complete, which means that if these rocks have actually dried in place, which it feels like they might have, I can go ahead and actually glue the base down of these. Glue down the base down. I can actually glue this ghost keel to his base, which is going to be honest, is going to be a massive moment for me because it has been a bit of a moment in terms of getting this done. So just going to have to hold his feet there for the time being until he decides he wants to stay in place. I hope I put enough glue on to force him to stay in place. Maybe even I can just put it at the back there out of my way. I hope to God that that actually dries. Which is, if it is the case, then hell goddamn Luya, we have a dried, completed ghost keel, because here is the upper body. As you can see, it is done. Arm has dried into place. I'm happy with it. You can see the panel lining, the dry brushing, few little green little line highlights just to give it a few bits and pieces, but as you can tell, it is complete, even though it may look like a mess. But I'm happy with what I've done and happy with the way it turned out. As you can see, I have been using the Vallejo Weathering FX diorama stuff. This is the snow. Works great. I love it. Can't complain anymore. I can't highly recommend it highly enough. Like, could not be happier with it. As you can see in the background, we have some more drones that are completed. I will be putting the snow effect on those bases. May not happen today. May, and obviously the base here behind. So there's 3 bases that have got to be done. Today is more about around getting stuff completed so that I have an army ready to go for a practice game, which, depending on when this video comes out, I may have already done so. And if so, there will be an update around how I went, how much fun I had, and what it was like. But for today, let's rip into panel lining. And we are going to panel line, as long as we can see, some crisis suit legs. So let's get into this, because once this is actually done, which you can see working marvelously, which I will 100 times tell you that I am absolutely infatuated with how well this actually has turned out in terms of how well it does, and I was not expecting the results that I got. We will fly through a few of these, and the intent today is actually to panel line this entire load of crisis suits I have. Oops, I missed it by a mile. And then get them to the point where they can be glued also, because they are also dry brushed. Their legs will be painted black, the bottom sections here. And then their upper bodies will have similar things done. Guns painted and whatnot. But let's rip into, here we go. We have one of the sergeants, technically, because of the way the the leg pads are situated. They were different style of model. Spin around, hit the section there, and that's done. Hit the butt section. Let's get some, and we'll actually grab our Q-tips because we've gone overboard slightly, and we will start just quickly pulling that off where it has obviously gone too far. This one is the worst because I really messed up, but it's okay because what we're doing with this excess stuff is actually getting that grungy, dirty feeling on the model. So there's 3 legs done. Let's do the torsos, upper bodies. So 1, 2, which I've already drawn on his gun, and 3. And let's look at, getting the panel lining done again on these guys and where it's going to sit, what it's going to look like. Because this is going to be a lot of fun doing this. To be honest, I'm going to have a barrel of laughs. There is a lot of little, I'll call it dicky areas. We've got all this sectioning here that's got to be done. We've got ribbons on the body, the side of the body. These things I was super excited about panel lining because of how much, when you look at like what we've got to play with here, you got all the side vents, we've got bottom vents. We do have a lot of other vents that run around the model itself, a lot of lines, which really I enjoy this idea. It's turning out to be such a cool experiment, even if I am getting a few of the bits of model over darkened, or maybe I'm making a mistake here and there. But look, to be honest, in general, I think that this is working out great, and I couldn't be happier with the way it's actually coming about. And it's really easy to get done, and obviously it's painting models, putting them together, and giving my army a theme that I'm quite happy with, and am enjoying the benefits of it. So as you can see there, I've somehow accidentally got, even though my hands are covered in absolute shite from dry brushing, which we might have to go back and clean off to save some of this model, which doesn't really matter on the ears because you're going to get head. Yeah, there we go. So we would say right now, currently, obviously apart from a few bits and pieces, I could technically glue, once I do this other, I wish to get stuff in here. There we go. I really want both of those. There we darkness. I could literally glue that model together, bottom and top, because that's how quick and easy these guys actually are turning out to be. And here we go, an arm, for instance. This is going to be a nice simple panel line. We've got there, roll over. We've got fists, a couple of little areas, and obviously we've got nothing glued in on this side. So there, one arm done. We could go through a few different arms quite quickly, to be honest. Again, the line there, roll it over. We have a couple of lines here. Make sure we've got enough on the brush. Get the fist done, and internally there. And again, another arm done. And let's find, oh, that's right, we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We made all the arms identical, which was a smart thing to do. So the only difference was obviously on the chest guards, on the chassis. There is really where I changed anything to make them totally different, just to make it a little simpler on being able to do this. So for instance, I will be painting obviously the gun and the nozzle and the head, but the rest of this, you know, I can quite simply, well, that's not the glue, that model per se, we can do this, which we might actually do. So let's whack some glue together and just hold. Hopefully we can be done. So again, crisis suit together, which actually makes life even easier. And that's where a lot of the black went. I don't know where that came from, but I got black on something. It's all over that, which will obviously be. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be a rather quick thing to do, which does make it a little bit easier considering that I am on a bit of a time crunch today myself, inflicted, due to going to play a game tomorrow. As I said, was asked by a friend, said yep, because I'm not going to turn down. It's probably not really going to turn down the opportunity to go and play a game. Oops, I definitely fucked that up. Let's try again. Oh yeah, that's way too much. But that is okay. We might just do small parts and then sit the model down, because again, some of these sections are actually getting a little too much on them, but because I can just quickly do said taking it off, it fixes it quite fast. So again, body, oops, way too much on there, and into these top sections of the vents, which again are quite, oh geez, that's how I did it last time. Right, it makes sense now. Quite simple to do, so boom, completed, arms done. We can look at gun arms, which will even make things a little bit easier because we have to get these also glued in place. So tomorrow's game will be, once a few things are glued in place, tomorrow's game is going to be, we're going to be ready to go. Obviously getting a little bit excited with there. But yeah, quite simple, quite fast. I'm just going to have a breather for a second. I'll be back, but as per normal, like, subscribe, let us know how you're going, how everything is, whether or not you have anything you want to talk about, tell us about your hobby, keep us in the loop, make everything fun, and peace out.